Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 7th of December 2022. Stocks puke back all post Powell gains as yield curve inversion deepens. Ultimately, we think the recent market gains could prove self-defeating. So basically, in a nutshell, a dead cat bounce is what they're saying there. Stocks slump on tech rout after Meta woes. And again, US stocks weakened amid tech-led selling, according to the other two headlines. Economic news, well, there's no high-impact news items. There's quite a lot of low-impact ones. If you want to have a look at these, I'm not going to go through them all. But they can cause the odd ripple. Amazing that crude oil inventories now are downgraded to low impact. They used to be high impact. It's amazing. Sometimes it's worth just having a quick glance through these. We've got the Halifax HPI showing a small decline, or forecasting a small decline in house prices. But that's sort of the economic news, as it were. So let's have a look at yesterday, and we'll kick off with the Dow. So yesterday we see the Dow moving lower, and no surprise really. As I mentioned yesterday, we were starting to get lower highs, and as again I mentioned that the low was the really important thing to keep an eye on. As if the market's starting to change, then the lows need to be taken out to continue the down move, just as much as the previous day's high needs to be taken out in order to keep moving the market to the upside. So we've got a bit of a switch going on at the moment, a bit of a correction. We're down at 78% at the moment from here, projected back. So we could see a bit of support coming into the market there. If not, and we take out 89, then we're heading down to the 50 EMA there in the Dow, and I would also consider drawing in from here back up, and then as you'll see there, find the retracement. So again at 78.89 you find that 50 EMA. So again, I'll draw that in though if I take out the 89 here during today, and then watch the 50 EMA level. 30-minute chart of the Dow. Well, it was a bit of a messy morning, but as you can see there, market moving down, moving back. And then eventually we took out the low straight away. Well, sorry, in the second half hour of the Dow session, New York session, market moving sharply to the downside. Let's just have a look, see how much it actually moved. Let's have a look to the full low there. 600 points is more or less where it would have moved. I'll just redo that actually. Let's just get an accurate figure, because it'll be down to the low of this bar here. Yeah, so it was 588 points in the Dow yesterday. Market finding a bit of support overnight, stuck in a sideways range at the close. You're going to have to watch this low and resistance of the DP and the 50 EMA as well. Prices have rallied back a bit, so from here to here, you'll see 50, 62 also tying in with that 50 EMA there, and 50 in with the DP there as well, so bringing everything together there. In the German DAX, also moving lower yesterday, trading down to 78.89. Same principle here. If the market breaks this area, then I'll pick the next pivot down, well not pivot, swing down and measure up and back. So let's just do that out of curiosity whilst we're here. So again, you can see 50% tying in with the 50 EMA, 62 tying in with the 200 MA. It's a long way down, but again, longer term, who knows. So 78.89 is where the market is at the moment. In the 30-minute chart, choppy yesterday morning, as can be seen here. The market down initially, then rallying back, all within 30 minutes, then making its way back. The low, as you can see, the market rising back off the low. Did it several times. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 time. Dow opens, takes out the low. DAX follows suit and moves lower there. In the 5-minute chart for yesterday, we started off with the market moving lower, as can be seen here. This is when the market kicked off. We had the futures before where the market moved up, market opened, sold off. At this point, did the trade. I went short on this. We were overbought. We got resistance. We got selling, etc. And I'll just show you. And this trade is this one here, 16877. got out the market because we were at the low, and you could see that there was some buying starting to come in, and they're going to try and bring the market back, and they did. And I was staggered by how quickly this came back, and obviously glad that I was out of the trade. And apparently this is the news behind this move. This was released. Now the time on here says 13:32 for yesterday, and that's not true. This is a revised version of this. It was actually out just after 8:24. Grocery inflation eases for the first time in 21 months, but Christmas dinner costs surged 9%. Well, this allowed them to bring the market screaming back. So when they did this, the market then discounted the news, and then it came all the way back again to the low. Market traded sideways, did one or two trades in between, which can be seen here. Let me just pull this up again. So there's one or two trades in between and a few losers. And then we had the open of the Dow, where I went short, which you'll see here. We were overbought. We had some divergence, 89% retracement, and I got out a bit too soon on this one. Out here, but it was still a profit on the day. And if we go back to this and we have a look at Tuesday, you will see 431.80. Big jump from Monday's, which was 62.90, and then combined we have 491 for the week so far, with a profit factor of 22.18. And well, if we got wins 85.15, that sort of area there. So yeah, the volatility certainly come back, and also the short trades are back as well, as can be seen by yesterday. Whether they continue or not, who knows? I will take the trades up or down and then manage them accordingly, trade what I actually see going on. But there is some weakness around in the background now in the markets for sure. So yeah, it'll be worth taking advantage of. So yeah, good day yesterday. Let's see what today brings as far as the trades are concerned. In the S&P, also down, trading down to 89, and the 50 EMA there, which you can see. Market sideways overnight. Again, there's the drop yesterday with the weakness. Market back at the close at the moment, trying to move back to the upside. You've got the DP above the BRN and the 50 EMA as well. So some resistance there on the upside. Also from this swing high to low as well, you've got the 89 tying in with the DP area there as well. Meanwhile, in the FTSE, we've got a red bar. We haven't seen one of those for a few days when we look at the last move to the upside. Still fairly strongish, coming off the lows yesterday, which can be seen by the 30-minute chart. Again, big move back for the FTSE, or reasonable move, compared to all the other markets, which still seem to be struggling a bit. There, it was a choppy session though, that's for sure. We were down in 30 minutes, we were back up, then back down. And again, you can see how the low was used as putting the brakes on it. Despite a bit more weakness there, they still managed to bring the market back up to the 200 MA, which would also be an 89% retracement there, 200 MA, and then the Dow opening and moving lower. But it was brought back before the close of the Dow last night for the FTSE 100. In the currencies, GBP, JPY moving up still yesterday, trading just up to 62. Didn't close above it, but above the 5 and the 550 and the 20 bar moving average at the moment. Needs to take out the 78 and 89 in order to move higher. The 30-minute chart for yesterday, we had a sell-off to begin with, over 100 points. Market trading to the DP, double bottoming at this point, and then trading back up 78.89 before we then see the next move to the downside. Overnight though, market being picked up at the low, orders coming in there and moving back up towards the R1, and also as we look here, this will be a 78% retracement. In the pound, a bit of weakness yesterday. The dollar continued to move higher, just below the 200 MA in the daily chart as I record. In the 30-minute chart for yesterday, not a lot happening. The market trading sideways again. How important the low is, the market being picked up off the low. Weakness on the DP there, so we were trading up and down. And then the dollar opened on in New York for the dollar index, and then the market lower. and just trying to get back above the low of yesterday, which you can see the market attempting to do this at the moment. And the dollar trying to get back above the 200 MA as the pound's starting to trade just below it, so attempting to make progress to the upside. In the 30-minute chart, you can see this yesterday, the market trading down to the DP. We get a retracement in there as well after the market failed at the 200 MA, being overbought. They pulled it back to the DP and then moved the market higher. Overnight, the market's just broken out of the sideways move and yesterday's high, but stopped at the R1. Meanwhile, the metals, silver holding up well, all things considered, that the dollar is moving higher. I'm surprised by how narrow the bar is for yesterday and overnight, so we're seeing a bit of a move to the upside as well. So yesterday we continued to move up first thing, then the dollar index opened in New York and the market moved lower there, down to $22 an ounce, and at the moment is struggling with the DP level and the 50 EMA. It will need to take this out in order to move to the upside. Gold also narrow range yesterday. Overnight price is also sideways to higher, and in the 30-minute chart we moved up, then New York opened for the dollar index, and then the market sideways coming off the close, and the DP at the moment so a bit sideways for gold there. So there we go. Let's hope the volatility continues during today's session. It was certainly great yesterday, and no major economic news once more. Market will have to make its own direction, so you've got to trade what you see as far as indicators and technicals are concerned. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.